I'm Karolin Troubetzkoy. I am the Executive Director, Marketing and Operations of two resorts in St. Lucia, Anse, Chastanet and Jade Mountain.
Thank you so much for sitting down with Breaking
Of
Travel
course.
News. Here we are at Caribbean Marketplace. Stay tuned.
Yes.
Give us a few reflections.
Well, I think I don't want to reveal my age, but it must be my 40th marketplace, and I was a grown-up, I guess, when I attended the first. But they have just gotten better every year, and it is not just the meetings you have, it's really the dynamic of meeting people in person, of networking, of exchanging ideas, and I always go away from marketplace not just with great meeting notes, but also with fresh ideas.
There's something about coming together, isn't there, in
Absolutely.
this industry?
And I always reflect on that because I think too often we think Zoom calls or online meetings are the answer, but I don't think it will ever really truly replace the in-person meetings.
This business is all about hospitality.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the wonderful stand we're on here as well, because what a presence St. Lucia has this year.
It is very impressive. It looks like we're the biggest island in the Caribbean, which clearly we're not, but we are all here because we think we must be here to promote St. Lucia.
What's been the recipe for that success?
Well, I can't think of a more scenically beautiful island, and I think we attract so many romantics at heart. I don't even want to say honeymooners, but I think the island brings out the best in people. It inspires just with the scenery. But then, of course, we are very fortunate to have a number of really great hotels. Every hotel, every accommodation on St. Lucia has a story to tell.
And let's hear about your stories.
With pleasure. I didn't want to press on.
You've been very elegant.
Elegant, right? No, we have had a property called Anse Chastanet for over 50 years now. My husband bought it in 1974. And it is a success story in its own right. It has always been a property that really wants to celebrate Caribbean culture, our Creole authenticity. And we celebrate art. We have original artworks in every room. It's only 49 rooms, 2 beaches, and in the most naturally beautiful setting. We are famous for our great views, but also scuba diving. We have biking trails. It's really all about well-being, culinary experiences, and adventure.
So relevant for today.
Absolutely. And then, of course, came the big surprise when my husband said we would expand on Chastanet, which was not quite true because what he was doing was building and designing a completely new resort, which is sister resort to Anse Chastanet, which is called, drum rolls, Jade Mountain. And of course, Jade Mountain has been a story in itself. It has won so many awards. It has brought travelers to St. Lucia that I'm sure never even knew the island existed. We've had clients from Japan, from the Middle East, really not the mainstream tourist that would normally come to the Caribbean, but that has read about Jade Mountain and wanted to experience it. And it is such a unique property. It only has 29 sanctuaries, and what we are famous for is the open wall concept. And 24 out of the 29 sanctuaries have their own private pools. And my husband always compared it to a magic carpet. Imagine sitting on a magic carpet floating in space, because that is really the idea when you stay at Jade Mountain.
For anyone that hasn't seen Jade Mountain, which I can't believe there's anyone on the planet who hasn't, because it is an Instagram icon, it is the most phenomenal resort.
Yeah.
And what's new? What's cooking right now?
I think that we have many fabulous plans. Like any hotel, you need to keep fresh. We have refurbished, we have come up with some new wonderful activities, and we just keep going strong and trying never to let it get boring. But how can it? It's just a unique setting. It has the most amazing stuff, and we couldn't really think for a better combination of architecture, the team, and the location.
How do you stay kind of at the forefront? You're always innovating. You're always, really kind of aligned to customer needs, guest needs. How do you do that?
It's It's an interesting question, but I really don't think it's ever one person alone. I think that our entire family is in the creative industries, and everybody has an interest in the property. Our own team members, I mean, they're actually sharing Instagram posts or articles with me that they find interesting, that they think we should consider, maybe something in there that we should consider. And I think that's the beauty. Like it's like a large family, not just the family, but also the team members.
And you've always been so passionate about skills and education. Tell me more about that.
Absolutely. I mean, we have always been very strong on training for our own team, but I'm very proudly also the chairwoman of the Education Foundation of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association. Very proud of the work we do. We could not do it without the Caribbean hotels, the CHDA members that support the Education Foundation by making available donation stays that we then auction off. And we give out scholarships. We have a fantastic relationship and collaboration with Les Roches in Switzerland. We also do on-island training for hospitality professionals. So we really look after training needs and education from line staff all the way to management. We have recently also introduced the Marine Health Scholarship because we think it's very important that tourism also pays attention to the state of our coral reefs. And we even have a tourism resiliency scholarship where we try to encourage hospitality professionals to perhaps take a course in destination stewardship, all in the interest of keeping our Caribbean as beautiful as we all know it to be.
Karolin, thank you so much for sitting down.
Always a pleasure.